Hey there, Justin from the Commodore Computer Museum. Hopefully you're having a great day. If not, hopefully it improves. Hopefully this video will help out a little bit as well, because what we're going to do is look at in more detail the Retro Games Limited timeline video that they released on social media about a week ago now. We're going to look at what the next couple releases most likely will be, based on research, not just guesswork. Also, we'll look at how many units each of these machines have sold over the years. Have you ever wondered how many machines Retro Games Limited has been able to sell? Well, we're going to let you know today. And finally, we're going to look at the 9 other machines that Retro Games Limited plan on releasing over the next few years. And there's a couple of little surprises in there, apples, things like that. Okay, so let's look at phase 1. We'll just go through this very, very quickly because all these things have been realized already. 2018, the C64 Mini was released. 2019, the C64 full size, and then followed by the VIC-20, and finally the A500 Mini. All really good machines, all been realized, so we'll move straight on to phase 2. This one here must be being released any day now, because the 4th quarter of 2023, which we're in right now, is going to be a major product update. What that's going to be, this one I have no idea, so let's move on to the next one. So the 1st quarter of 2024, a new console machine will be released. What will this be? I'm going to tell you it's going to be one of 2 different machines. I'm pretty confident it's either going to be the Spectrum or the Jaguar. Well, first of all, you'll notice that obviously these aren't Commodore related machines, the Spectrum and the Jaguar. And this is also not surprising because in a comment made by Retro Games Limited on social media, Spyro Harvey actually asked the question, are you planning on sticking to Commodore or broadening out? Their reply was much, much broader. So you can't get much broader than going to the competition of Commodore Spectrum and obviously Atari as well. So why would it be the Spectrum that's released in the 1st quarter of 2024? Well, the reason why is that on July the 8th, 2020, Retro Games Limited filed for 2 trademarks. One was the A500, which was seen realized in 2022 as the A500 Mini, and the other was the Spectrum, which has not been released yet. So it makes sense that will be the next to be released. And if you're interested in ZX Spectrum games, this sister channel to this channel, the Commodore Computer Museum, is ZX Spectrum Games. I'll leave a link in the description below. I have over 1,600 short gameplay videos on that channel for the ZX Spectrum. So if you want to check out the games that were released for the ZX Spectrum, there's a huge lot of them right there you can check out. So the next option that will be released in the 1st quarter of 2024 is the Jaguar. And the reason why I think it might be the Jaguar, not something else, is that I saw a comment on social media by Retro Games Limited that the next machine may be a machine that didn't have a keyboard at all. Now, I've tried to find that post since then. I can't find it again, but maybe I imagined it, but I'm quite sure I didn't. But if that's the case, of all the machines that Retro Games Limited have registered for trademark, the only one that actually fits that bill is the Atari Jaguar. Now, the interesting thing about the Atari Jaguar, it was released in 1993, but it was a flop. Now, you'll be thinking straight away, why would Retro Games Limited want to release a flop? Here's the reason why. The Atari Jaguar was promoted as the first 64-bit console. Pretty impressive. But unfortunately it was quite buggy and there weren't many games released for it, and only about 250,000 to 300,000 machines were ever sold. It was discontinued, I think, in 1995. So why would you want to release the Jaguar as the next machine? It's because of the fan base. The fan base is incredible with the Jaguar. And it's that fan base that's going to really make the Jaguar a potential success for Retro Games Limited. The homebrew scene for the Jaguar has been incredible. There's been a huge amount of games that have been released or ported to the Jaguar that were never done in the 1990s. I'll just give you 2 examples that are pretty impressive. These are homebrew. There's Speedball 2 and Defender of the Crown. They look absolutely incredible on the Jaguar. And there's many, many more. In fact, there's actually more homebrew games for the Jaguar than there was originally released in the 1990s for the console. So there's a good software library already there for the Jaguar. There's also a very passionate fan base for the Jaguar, so this could potentially be a really good seller for Retro Games Limited. So that's my prediction for the first quarter 2024. The new console or computer that will be released will be the Spectrum or the Jaguar. And before we go on to the next one, just very quickly, over the last year I've been working on the Commodore Computer Museum website. Here's the URL. Nothing's there yet because I've only just registered it as I'm getting closer and closer to releasing the website. Now, the website already has, I've accumulated over 3,000 Commodore 64 and Amiga gameplay videos that will be featuring on the website. It's going to be a huge database of all things Commodore, either software and hardware. And I'm pretty excited about this and pretty proud of the progress that this has been made. The launch will be early 2024. And if you want to help towards the ongoing costs, the huge amount of time that I'll be spending on this, this is going to be a massive resource for the retro gaming and retro computing community. You can actually support me at coffee.com at Commodore Computer Museum. There's a link on the screen, but also in the description down below. And if you're able to help donate, it's much appreciated. So I'm obviously going to have ongoing costs. It's going to be a huge, huge website. And I look forward to releasing it early next year. Back to the timeline. So third quarter of 2024, we have a new accessory released. So far we've had the joystick, the gamepad, the mouse. So cool to get the printer. It'd be awesome to be able to plug a printer into your device. That'd be absolutely amazing. So, actually, I would really like that actually. Hopefully that's going to be what the new accessory is going to be. Must admit, this is the one I don't have any idea on, so that's pure guesswork, that one. So we'll go on to the next one, because the next one is the most exciting one of the lot. So the fourth quarter of 2024, the full-size Amiga console will be released. Now that's pretty exciting. The timeline post also talks about how this time frame can be accelerated. How can we accelerate it? There's a post there on social media by David Fairbrother who said, "Hey man, I was going to buy an Amiga Mini that may just hold out. The full size will be epic." The Retro Games Limited replied, "You could buy both. The more support we get, the bigger, better, faster we can go." So we can accelerate this time frame. The A500 full size may come out earlier if Retro Games Limited get the support. Well, that makes total sense because the more Retro Games Limited devices and accessories that we buy, the more money they have to be able to put towards software development, machining, packaging, and the whole manufacturing process. So don't forget to continue to support Retro Games Limited. Don't just wait for the A500 full size to come out. Let's support them right now. And to help you to do that, I have a couple of links in the description below for Amazon.uk for the full-size C64 and also for the A500 Mini. So you can buy them today and help support Retro Games Limited. Let's go on to the next part of the video. So the first quarter of 2025, we're quite far into the future, another full-size machine will be released. So what will this be? Well, there's a list of 9 machines that Retro Games Limited have trademarked, which we'll share at the end of this video. So it's going to be one of those 9. And we'll look at the next one, the third quarter of 2025, another full-size machine will be released. Again, we'll look at those at the end of the video. One of them, I can tell you, is going to be an Apple. So that's pretty exciting for Apple fans, isn't it? So the next part of this video, we're going to look at no longer the timeline, but how many units have Retro Games Limited sold of each of these machines. So we'll go, first of all, released in 2018, the C64 Mini has sold over 250,000 units in that time frame. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Let's do a little bit of an exercise. So if each one of those, machines sold for an average of US $50, that's a total of, I couldn't do the math, a total of over $12.5 million in retail sales. That's huge, isn't it? So the next released was the C64 full size, but the sales figures combined with the VIC-20, over 60,000 units have sold since their release, 2019-2020. So again, same thing, we'll do the same exercise. If they sold on average for $140 US each, that's a total of $8.4 million US in retail sales. So straight away we can see the retail sales here already over 20 million US dollars. The A500 Mini, which was released last year, 2022, and has already sold over 80,000 units. So we'll do the same exercise. If each one of these machines sold for an average of 120 US dollars, that would make 9.6 million US dollars in retail sales. So combined, these retail sales equate to over 30 million US dollars. Pretty impressive. It shows that the retro gaming community may be small, but we're definitely here. So finally, friends, we're going to look at what machines Retro Games Limited have lined up. Now this is all based on the machines that they've trademarked, the names that they've trademarked for future release. Obvious ones are the A500. We know that's going to be coming out in the fourth quarter, or maybe earlier, in 2024. The other trademarked computer names that Retro Games Limited have registered: the Spectrum, based on the ZX Spectrum, the 400XL, based on the Atari 400XL, the 800XL, that's based on the Atari 800XL, of course, the MSX, which is going to be interesting because so many different manufacturers made MSX. It'll be interesting to see what design they would go for the MSX. The Jaguar, which we've already discussed, is based on the Atari Jaguar. The Ultimate, what will this be? Now, I have no idea. My theory is either going to be another full-size C64 or maybe a 128, which may probably make more sense, that has the original ports in it, so you can plug in original Commodore peripherals, and also a printer. That'd be totally awesome, and also a cartridge slot as well. That's my guess. That'd make it the ultimate 64 machine. The A2E, so what would this be? Well, Apple fans will be quite excited to know that would be the Apple IIe. Makes sense, doesn't it? And finally, the ST, the Atari ST, and the Auric, which is Tangerine Computer Systems Auric 1. I assume that's what they would go for. Might be a different model though. So there we go, friends. We've gone through the video, Retro Games Limited timeline video. We've looked at what the next releases will be. We've looked at how many units Retro Games Limited have been able to sell with these awesome retro gaming devices. And also we looked at all the future machines that Retro Games Limited will be releasing. So thank you for watching this video. If you've managed to stick around this long, obviously give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't had a great day or even a great month or great year so far, hang in there. Don't forget you're a part of a family, retro gaming, retro computing family, and hope your day improves. We'll see you next time.